So, good morning everyone. Now, 8M 5.3 is your pictorial representation of data as pie chart or circle graph. Okay. So, pictorial representation of data as pie chart or circle graph. Now, understand this carefully. Now, what do you mean by pie chart? If I'm talking about pie chart, right, do you know something about pie chart? So here also, like in bar graph, first I taught you in bar graph that how we can construct them and how we can read data from it. In the same way here, first we are going to construct your pie chart. After that, we are going to learn how to read from that data. Okay. Okay, representing data in a circle graph. Okay, let us see. So suppose I am drawing one circle. Now, so for this chapter, right, you have to use protractor. Okay. आपका प्रोट्रैक्टर बहुत काम आएगा ये चैप्टर के लिए. चलो ये आपका सर्कल है, राइट? Now suppose there is we are having some the center of the circle. Now I am representing different data in this circle. As for example, let us take the same example that we are taking every time, that marks in math cycle test 1 scored by all of you. Right. So I am dividing this circle into okay 3 parts. Suppose okay, here this is center of the circle. This is called your central angle. Okay, this is called your central angle of each part. Right. So first I'm taking one example. With the help of this example, I'll explain you its formula as well as this pie chart. Okay. See here. Example. Suppose total I'm right. To make it a round figure, let us take that from 20 students of class 8, 10 students scored our examination was of 50 marks, right? Suppose I'm taking scored less than or equal to 30 marks or less than or equal to 25 marks, then comma. Now out of remaining 10 students, right, let us take them as we can take 8 2 and we can take 6 4 as well. 6 4 will be good. Right. So 6 students scored marks between 25 to 35, and remaining 4 students scored marks greater than 35. Now we have to represent this data in form of pie chart. So for pie chart, see, your first formula is the formula for central angle. Right. So this is your first formula. I'm giving you formula with blue. So central angle is defined as component value. Exactly, this is your central angle of any component. It is defined as component value divided by sum of component values into 360. Component value divided by sum of component values into 360 degree. So first tell me, did you got this formula? Ha. Now let me explain you this with example. Right. You must be confused with what is component value, right? Now, example. So here, see, don't get confused in component. In our earlier case, bar graph, this was our component, right? This was our each and every component. Suppose here, if I have to draw bar graph, right, I will write here number of students on x-axis. Okay. And on y-axis, I will write marks. Okay. So this, the number of students who scored less than 25 marks is my one component. Between 25 to 35 is another component, and greater than 35 is third component, right? So 4 students and like this. So like that. Or marks I can write on x-axis and number of students on y-axis like that. Okay. So see here. Suppose on x-axis, first let us draw its bar graph so that you can get the idea of its component. So here I am writing marks on x-axis with proper scale. So this is 25 marks, 35 marks, and maximum marks were 50. Okay. And on y-axis, I'm writing number of students, right? Suppose these are your 10 number of students, right? These are 5. So now 10 students scored less than or equal to 25 marks. So this will give you histogram. 10 students have scored less than or equal to 25 marks. So less than or equal to 25 marks means this. Right? 10 students have scored this. Is it clear? Next, 6 students scored marks between 25 to 35. Between 25 to 35, 6 students have scored in exam. And 4 students have scored greater than or equal to 35. So 4 students are somewhere like here. They have scored greater than 35. Is it clear? This is your histogram or not, students? Please type in chat box. I will tell you at the end what you have to write 5 times and what not. Right? Just I'm explaining you here. Is this clear? Okay. So on x-axis, this is your marks, and y-axis, this is your number of students. Now this each and everything is called component. This is called your component. Each component, component 1, component 2, component 3. Now those components here in pie chart, we are going to represent them as a part of your pie chart. Right? Now how we are going to represent them? See. So here central angle, right? We can start with 0 na, right? Yeah, कोई स्टूडेंट के 0 मार्क्स भी तो आ सकते हैं ना, लेस देन 25, राइट? वी कैन स्टार्ट विद 0 क्योंकि यहाँ पे आपको क्या बोला गया, लेस देन 25 ना, राइट? लेस देन 25 मींस 25 या उससे कम. So this is your less than 25, 0 to 25. Is it clear, students? Please give me some response. Okay. Now central angle. So if I am finding central angle for each component, right? So suppose for the students who have scored less than or equal to 25 marks, so first for students, yes, who scored less than or equal to 25 marks in exam. So if I have to find my central angle, so that central angle will be component value. Here component is number of students, right? Component is number of students. How many students scored? 10 students, right? 10 students have scored less than or equal to 25 marks. Divide by sum of component value. Sum of component value means how many component here I am having? 10 students plus 6 students plus 4 students. So that total will give me 20. Or from here also you can take 20 students. Okay. So 10 by 20 into 360 degree. 0, 0 will get cancelled out. So this is your 180 degree. So now my central angle will be 180 degree. Okay. So from this pie chart, tell me which section will represent this. Right. Suppose I am giving section names as section A, section B, section C. So section A is which section is 180 degree? Tell me. It's section A, right? You can highlight section A like this. With the help of protractor, you can draw 180 degree, right? Actually, you can start from anywhere. You can start from this straight line. So here you can show this is 180 degree. Okay, and on the such as in bar graph here, we were writing scale, no? Right. In a similar way, on pie chart, you can write here like this A. For A, your symbol is this, right? This is your students who scored, number of students who scored or who got marks less than or equal to 25. Who scored less than or equal to 25 marks in exam. Like that, you have to write. Now, let me show you for another component. Now, students who scored marks between 25 to 35. Second component is 25 to 35 marks. Marks are between 25 to 35. So now your central angle will be, how many students are here who scored between 25 to 35? 6 or not? Right. So 6 divided by 20 into 360. 0, 0 will get cancelled out. 2 3s are 6. Now 36 into 3. 6 3s are 9. 3 3s are, sorry, 6 3s are 18. 3 3s are 9 plus 1, 10. So 108 degree. You have to write 3 scales here. Right. So tell me which angle represents 108 degree, B or C? B or C? B. Right. So I am highlighting B over here like this with straight lines. Okay. And here suppose I am taking this as 108 degree. So I'll write here like this, number of students who scored marks between 25 to 30. 25 less than marks less than 30. Is it clear? Right. Now your remaining portion will give you component for students who scored marks greater than 35. Okay. So now for them, if I have to find central angle, so central angle will be equal to 4 by 20 into 360. 0, 0 will get cancelled out. 2 2s are 4, 36 2s are 72 degree. So definitely here one portion is remaining, that is your 72 degree. Okay. And suppose I am representing them with vertical line. Okay. For B, I have taken horizontal line. Here I am taking vertical line. So I'll write vertical line are representing students who scored marks greater than or equal to 35. So this is your pie chart. Is it clear, students? Please type in chat box, right? Why we have taken here 360 degree? Why we have taken here 360 degree? Because at any point, sum of all these angles will be what? 360 or not? Yes, Afan, we can do that, right? Now, in this type of questions, sometimes they are also asking you percentage of component. Okay. So how we can find that percentage of component? Right. So I will repeat this whole again, don't worry. So for percentage of component, here instead of 360 degree, I'll multiply with 100. Okay. So here percentage of component is equal to component value divided by sum of component values into 100. Component value divided by sum of component values into 100. Okay. And this answer will give you your answer in percentage. Okay. In above, we were getting answer in degree. This will give you answer in percentage. Is it clear? Right. Now, I am explaining you this whole procedure once again. Okay. So this is all about pie chart. In pie chart, just you have to remember these two formula only. In major, you need to use central angle formula in 360 degree. So see here. So pie chart is also your graphical representation of data. We can represent our data in circular graph form. For that, we require to represent each and every component that we were representing as bar in earlier cases, that is in histogram, bar graph, and double bar graph. Here we are going to represent them as one sector of your circle, particularly, if I can say. Okay, like this, we are going to represent that. Okay. So this is the thing. It is okay. Okay. Exactly. It is not sector. Sector and segment. Ah, yes, sector. Okay. Now for that we require central angle. So there is one formula of central angle, that is component value divided by sum of component values into 360. If I want to find central angle for any component, so here I have to take component value divided by sum of component values into 360. Same for this case, same for this case. Component value divided by sum of component values into 360. Component value divided by sum of component values into 360. So from 20 students, suppose 10 students have scored less than 25, 6 students have scored 25 to 35, and 4 students have scored greater than 35. So their bar graph will be like this, right? From 0 to 25, 10, here 6, and here 4. And if I take the central angle, so for less than 25 students, there are 10 students, total students are 20. By multiplying them by 360, I will get answer 180 degree. Same here, 6 by 20 into 360 will give me 108 degree. And finally 4 by 20 into 360 will give me 72 degree. So I will get these three angles, 180, 108 and 72. Now I can represent in bar graph like this. 180 degree will be like this, right? You can take any symbol, okay, and this is like this. I have to write, this is your 108 degree and this is your 72 degree, 35 degree. Oh, sorry, 72 degree. Marks are 35. So exactly here I have drawn these segments first only, but I will show you how to draw this segment. First we will start with this line and we will draw another line as per 180 degree with the help of protractor. Then again we will draw another line with the help of 108 degree by protractor, and then 72 degree by protractor. Our remaining angle will be 72 degree. Sometimes they are going to ask you percentage of component that you can find by applying same formula, but here instead of 360-degree, you need to multiply by 100. Okay, so when you multiply this by 100, you will get this answer in percentage. Is this clear, everyone? Right. So if they are asking you percentage, multiply by 100. If they are asking you only angle, multiply by 360, right? For angle, multiply by 360. For percentage, multiply by 100. Okay, this is your component of value and sum of component values. If they ask both, find both. Okay. So these are the two formulae for pie chart. So your today's homework will be for formula book. I am telling you now. In formula book, you have to write these two formulae 5 times. Okay. Formula number 1, formula number 2, 5 times. Okay. Now let us start regular book. Okay. Questions. ATEM 5.3. Now let us start in class exercise. Question number 1. If a component is represented by a sector in a pie chart, right? This is called your sector. Right? In pie chart, we are representing like this each and every component. This is called your sector. How you can remember your sector? Am I audible? Can you hear me? Tell me. My voice is breaking. Wait, just a minute. What about now? Okay, now audible, right? Good. Okay. So sector, right? Uh, you can remember your sector by the example of pizza. Everyone know pizza? पिज्जा पता है सबको? बोला कि सर सुबह सुबह क्यों पिज्जा का नाम ले लिया? अभी भूख लग गई. राइट. तो हाँ, राइट, आप सबका फेवरेट. सो पिज्जा इज नथिंग बट योर सेक्टर ओनली, राइट? आप जब पिज्जा को खाते हो तो पिज्जा को कैसे खाते हो, राइट? ऐसे टुकड़े करके. सो पिज्जा को एग्जैक्टली आप सेक्टर्स में, हाँ, राइट, स्लाइस ऑफ पिज्जा. पिज्जा की जब स्लाइस बनाते हो वो सेक्टर है. ओके. नाउ अब घर पे पापड़ भी खाते हो आप? पापड़, डू यू नो पापड़? राइट. हाँ, पापड़ को कैसे टुकड़े करके खाते हो? जस्ट विल डायरेक्टली ब्रेक, नहीं, डायरेक्टली ऐसे ब्रेक करोगे और ये पोर्शन ईट करोगे, इजंट इट? पिज्जा को ऐसे ब्रेक करके खाओगे, मतलब ऑलरेडी वो स्लाइस ऐसे करके देते हैं, और पापड़ को ऐसे ब्रेक करोगे. सो दिस पोर्शन इज कॉल्ड योर सेक्टर एंड दिस पोर्शन इज कॉल्ड योर सेगमेंट. ठीक है. ये सेगमेंट आपको काम आएगा क्लास 9-10। ओके, अभी के लिए बस ये सेक्टर याद रखो। सो सेक्टर के लिए बस आपको याद रखना है स्लाइस ऑफ पिज्जा और पिज्जा, एंड सेगमेंट के लिए आपको याद रखना है पापड़। सो पापड़ इज सेगमेंट एंड स्लाइस ऑफ पिज्जा इज सेक्टर। In class exercise question number 1, if a component is represented as sector in a pie chart with a sector angle 96 degree, they have given you sector angle 96 degree. Find the value of component as a percentage of total. Now we need to find value of component as percentage. Okay. Everyone clear with this question given data? Right. They have given you central angle, and from this central angle you have to find value of component as percentage. So no problem. We will write formula one by one. What is your formula for sector angle? So sector angle is equal to value of component or component value divided by sum of component values divided by sum of component values. Right, or you can directly write component divided by sum of components into 360 degree. Right. Now what is your sector angle? 96 degree. So therefore 96 degree is equal to component value divided by sum of component values. Right. Yes, Shivansh, we can do that. Okay. This will remain as it is. Component value divided by sum of component values. Oh, it is merged. I don't know why. So component value divided by sum of components. And if I make this ratio as subject, so this 360 will go to this side. This will become 96 by 360. So therefore, component by sum of components will give you 96 by 360. Now let us try to simplify this. 48 2s are 96, 180 2s are 360, 24 2s are 48, 90 2s are 180. This is your 45 and 12. 3 4s are 12, 15 3s are 45. So 4 by 15. Okay. Now I have to find this as a percentage. Now, so what is the value of percentage? Percentage of component formula for. So percentage of component, it is equal to component divided by sum of components into 100. So component by sum of components is 4 by 15 or not here? Tell me. Component by sum of components is 4 by 15. So this is equal to 4 by 15 into 100. Now 5 3s are 15, 5 2s are 10, 20. Right? Can we do anything else? I think no. Right. So this is your 24 is a 80 by 3. This is your improper fraction. You can convert this into mixed fraction. Right. How you can convert 3 2s are 6, 20, 6 3s are 18, 2. Then again, if it is 2, then first we are going to multiply 3 2s are 20, 6 3s are 18. Right. Or you will take, wait. So 3 2s are 6, 20, 3 6 are 18, 2. Right. So 2 is your remainder. 26 integer 2 by 3. And your answer should be in percentage. So, yes, Varsha, you can do that. Right. Percentage of component. Or you can directly just divide that by 360, right? 96 by 360, and you can multiply by 100 directly. That is also enough. 96 by 360 into 100. Is it clear, everyone? Please give me some response. Right. Or you can directly do this. Percentage of component, you can write like this. Percentage of component is equal to 96 divided by 360 into 100. Okay, and from here you can proceed. Is it clear? Please give me some response. Right. Now let us see question number 2. Everyone clear with this? Right. Now question number 2. In the month of July 2004, in the month of July 2004, a householder spent his monthly salary amounting to rupees 7,200. Total salary is having is 7,200, means expenditure is 7,200 on different items. So let us see his items, right? So he is spending 7,200 rupees, right? Now let us see all the items, and on each item how much he or she is spending. Okay. So your items are clothing, food, house rent, education, and miscellaneous. Right. From miscellaneous, I am writing here directly. Wait, if I can add some spaces. Now, see his expenditure, right, or amount spent in rupees. So this is your 600, 4,000, then 1,200, 400, and 1,000. Okay. Now, so first, let us find central angle for each and every component or not, right? See, you can find this central angle for each and every component directly in table, right? Just you have to write your formula one time. That what is your formula? Central angle is equal to component divided by sum of component. Here, what is your component? Amount spent on item, right? On particular item, how much amount he or she is spending. So this is called central angle of particular item. Divide by total amount spent, or you can write direct total amount into 360. Right. So total amount is 7,200 already. Now, so here how many items we are having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me draw a table first. So like here. So one should be go for title 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one should be for there. I will take 3 columns. But here disadvantage of this table is that I cannot increase its width. I can increase its length, but here I should be required to increase its width. No problem. What I'll do now, I'll write this as, right, I will double its number of rows. Two, three, four, 5. Okay. So I think this much is enough. Now see here. Okay. By pressing enter, I can do that. Okay. Great. Now see here. So first, on the first column, I'll write item, that which items I am having. Then I'll write amount spent. Amount spent. Okay, in rupees for that item. And here I will find its central angle. Central angle. Okay. Now see here. Let us take for first item. So what is my first item, students? Clothing. Right, my first item is clothing. Now for clothing, how much amount I have spent? 600 rupees. So if I have to find its central angle, how I can find its central angle? Tell me. Amount spent on clothing, which is 600, divide by total amount, right? Amount spent on clothing is 600, divided by total amount. Total amount is 7,200. If they haven't given 7,200, just we will find sum of all these amounts into 360, isn't it? Degree. So 0, 0 will get cancelled out, 0, 0 will get cancelled out, or you can cancel out 1, 0, 0 here as well. Right. Now 36 2s are 72, 36 10s are 360, 2 3s are 6. So this is your 30 degree. Is it clear, everyone? For clothing it is 30 degree. Right, for clothing is it clear? Right, if it is clear for clothing, then we can similarly check for food. Okay, for food he is spending 4,000 rupees. Okay, very good. So what will be its central angle? 4,000 divided by 7,200 into 360. 0, 0 will get cancelled out. 36 2s are 720, 20. 0, 0 will get cancelled out. 2 2s are 4. So this is your 200 degree. Okay, next after food, let us check for house rent. House rent. For house rent, he is spending 1,200 rupees. Okay, for house rent, he is spending 1,200 rupees. So this will be your 1,200 divided by 7,200 into 360. 0, 0, 0, 0. 36 2s are 720 and 2 6 are 12. 60 degree. Okay. Now, after house rent, on education, he is spending 400 rupees. He is spending 400 rupees on education. Education, 400 rupees. So 400 divided by 7,200 into 360. 0, 0, 0, 0. 36 2s are 720, and this will give me 20 degree. Okay, next. After education, on final is your miscellaneous. Right. On miscellaneous, amount spent is 1,000 rupees. So this will be your 1,000 divide by 7,200 into 360. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 36 2s are 2 into 5 will be 10, so 50 degree. Is it clear? In the end, you can calculate total for verification. So here, if you total all of them, right, if you find total, our total should be 7,200. Just you have to cross check here, verify here, and your sum of all these angles should be 360 degree. Right, this you have to verify. Is it clear? Tell me. Okay. So this is all about your angle table. First, you need to make table like this. Now, once you construct a table like this, after that it will be easy. Okay. Now let us construct pie chart based on it. Right. 30 degree, 200 degree, 60 degree, 20 degree, 50 degree. See. So to construct pie chart, first what I will draw? I will draw a proper circle with some radius, right? You can take any arbitrary radius. Your seniors were taking a circle of almost 5 centimeter radius, right? So in your page, it should be completely visible. वो बहुत बड़ा भी नहीं होना चाहिए, बहुत छोटा भी नहीं होना चाहिए, right? बड़ा होगा तो चलेगा. So 3 centimeter to 5 centimeter radius is good, right? Take 5 centimeter radius. And after drawing this circle, first you just have to draw one line, a horizontal line from its center, right? Suppose here it is center. So you have to draw one horizontal line from its center first. Is it clear, students? Right, because from its center, whatever horizontal line you have drawn, from here we are going to take all the, no, not diameter, no, it is radius, right? Just radius. And from here, we are going to, okay, from here we are going to construct all the angles. Okay. Now see here. So first angle will be 30 degree. Okay, 30 degrees. So just you have to take protractor, and with the help of protractor, you have to mark 30 degree here. Can you mark 30 degree here, students? Right. Just you will take one protractor. In protractor, you will see 0 over here, and here you are taking 30. So you can mark this angle 30 degree. Then just you have to remove your protractor. And after removing this protractor, when you will connect this 0 degree and 30 degree point, okay, so it will be like this. Is it clear, students? Right, कुछ तो बोलो, पता चल रहा है, right? And in the end you can write all the angles, right? चलो ये angle आपका हो गया 30 degree. Next, after 30 your angle is 200, right? Now tell me, can you mark 200 degree on protractor? No, na. In protractor you are having till 180 degree, right? You are having provision till 180 degree, isn't it? So you cannot mark 200 degree on protractor. So we'll do this 200 degree at the end. After 30, you are having angle 60, right? So let us take angle 60. So now you have to put your protractor here, right? Now you have to put your protractor here. Now this is 0, 10, 20, 30, right? Here you will get 60, right? Here you will get somewhere 60. Now remove your protractor and just, did you got this, students? अब आपको प्रोट्रैक्टर कहाँ रखना है? आपको प्रोट्रैक्टर यहाँ रखना है, इस लाइन पे रखना है, स्टूडेंट्स, राइट? वही वापस 0 लाइन पे नहीं रखना है, राइट? अब प्रोट्रैक्टर यहाँ पे रखना है. सो 60 डिग्री आपको जहाँ पे मिलेगा, अगर वहां से आप लाइन को कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं, राइट, so it will be almost vertical. This will give you 60 degree, right? In the end we will do hatching and we will give it names, right? But first let us draw this. After 60 you have to draw 20 degree and 50 degree. Now again for 20 degree, what you will do, you will put your protractor somewhere like here, right? You will put your protractor here and your 20 degree will lie something like here. So after marking this point, just remove this protractor and draw your line corresponding to 20 degree. Okay, suppose this is your 20 degree. 20 degree. Okay, now after 20 you require 50 degree. Okay, so again I will put protractor over here, right? I will put protractor on this line. Now 50 degree, right? So 50 degree will be your somewhere like here. Here you will get your 50 degree. So after marking that point, just remove this protractor, join them. So this will give you 50 degree. Okay. Now, so you got all these angles. You got 30 degree, you got 60, you got 20, and you got 50. Now, what is your remaining angle? So your remaining angle should be 200 or not? Tell me. Right? Yes. So your remaining angle is 200 degree. You don't have to make this angle 200 degree. Okay. Is it clear? If it requires to make 200 degree, what you will do? Right? Suppose आपको कोई ऑप्शन नहीं बच रहा, आपको 200 प्लॉट करना ही है from here. So first you can draw straight line. Your straight line will give you 180 degree, right? As a rough. ये आपको पहले रफ में प्लॉट करना है 180. फिर यहाँ से आपको प्लस 20 डिग्री. Okay. Just after that, remove this straight line. Okay. Remove this straight line. Remove this. So you will get this 200 degree. Is it clear? 200 कैसे करना है? नहीं, कंपास से मत करो, कंपास से कुछ भी मत करो, राइट? सारी चीजें इससे करो, प्रोट्रैक्टर से, राइट? ये कंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं है, इसे सारी चीजें यहाँ पे प्रोट्रैक्टर से करो. कंपास विल टेक मोर टाइम. ओके, तो 200 डिग्री का लॉजिक पता चला स्टूडेंट्स, राइट? अब हम क्या करेंगे, नाउ वी विल गिव इट हैचिंग, और हैचिंग के बाद हम उसके पूरा स्केल टाइप लिख देंगे साइड पे. ओके, बॉक्स वाइज, या उसी के अंदर भी आप लिख सकते हो. चलो, 30 डिग्री रिप्रेजेंट्स क्लोथिंग. 30 डिग्री आपका किसके लिए है? फॉर क्लोथिंग. हाँ, 200 डिग्री इज फॉर फूड. 200 डिग्री इज फॉर फूड. Right. Then 60 degree is for house rent. 60 degree is for house rent. 20 degree is for education. 20 degree is for education. अब वो मुझे उसको वर्टिकली करना पड़ेगा, पहले लिख रहा हूँ फिर उसको वर्टिकली कर दूंगा. So this is your education. हाँ, 2/200 नहीं देंगे क्योंकि उसका सम तो आपका 400 हो जाएगा. एडिट वाला ऑप्शन, हाँ चलेगा ये भी. So this represents your education. Okay. नेक्स्ट 50 डिग्री आपका रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है मिसलेनियस. सो मिसलेनियस को बड़ा स्पेलिंग है तो आप उसे ऐसा करके भी लिख सकते हो, मिस डॉट मिसलेनियस. अब आपको हैचिंग करना है, अलग अलग हैचिंग, राइट? अलग अलग डिजाइन. वो हैचिंग करने से पहले आप इनको बॉक्स कर दो, क्योंकि जब आप हैचिंग करते हो तो ये सारी चीजें आपकी उसमें दब जाती हैं. तो बॉक्स किस किस को करना है? नेम एंड एंगल, फूड एंड 200, क्लोथिंग एंड 30 डिग्री. इसको आप पहले बॉक्स कर दो. ओके. ये आपका हाउस रेंट. ये आपका हो जाएगा मिसलेनियस. और इधर आपका एजुकेशन. चलो, इसके बाद अब आपको अलग अलग हैचिंग करना है. तो जो बड़ा वाला पोर्शन है इसको डॉट डॉट कर देते हैं, राइट? हियर यू कैन पुट ऑल दिस डॉट्स. ओके चलो क्लोथिंग में सपोज मैं इसको क्रॉस हैच कर रहा हूँ, राइट, सब अलग अलग लेना है आपको, या सपोज मैं यहाँ पे हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन ले रहा हूँ। फॉर हाउस रेंट सपोज मैं वर्टिकल लाइंस ले रहा हूँ। आप स्केल से करोगे अच्छा होगा, जस्ट नॉर्मली करना है, डोंट, नो नीड टू वेस्ट मच टाइम। तो ये आपका वर्टिकल हो गया, ये हॉरिजॉन्टल हो गया। फिर यहाँ पे आप आइदर क्रॉस कर सकते हो, आइदर चेक्स कर सकते हो, कुछ भी कर सकते हो। सपोज आई एम डूइंग हियर क्रॉस इन दिस डायरेक्शन। चलो मिसलेनियस के लिए क्या कर सकते हो, यू कैन डू क्रॉस इन अदर डायरेक्शन, और शेडिंग भी कर सकते हो, आप शेडिंग भी कर सकते हो। ओके या बेटर, आप ये जो एंगल्स है वो इधर बीच में भी दिखा दो, राइट। पहले एंगल्स इधर ही लिख दो, 30, 60, 20, 50, 200, तो अलग से आपको उसको बॉक्स नहीं करना पड़ेगा। शेडिंग कंपलसरी है या नहीं वो डिपेंड करता है आपके क्वेश्चन पे और आपके स्कूल में टीचर पे। तो जब आपके स्कूल पे ये चैप्टर चले तब आप एक बार उनसे पूछ लेना। ओके जनरली करते ही थे सब शेडिंग। तो दिस इज क्लियर स्टूडेंट्स। ओके आप यहाँ पे ये सारी चीजें साइड पे लिख सकते हो, दिस दिस दिस, एक आपका ऐसा है एंड दिस इज योर डॉटेड। ना उन सबके नाम। ओके जो हॉरिजॉन्टल क्या है वो रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है क्लोथिंग को। हाँ पाई चार्ट तो आपको रेगुलर बुक में ही बनाना है। दिस रिप्रेजेंट्स हाउस रेंट, दिस रिप्रेजेंट्स एजुकेशन, दिस रिप्रेजेंट्स मिसलेनियस एंड दिस रिप्रेजेंट्स फूड। क्या इतना क्लियर हुआ? सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट योर पाई चार्ट। Okay, 8M 5.1, 8M 5.2, this is your 8M 5.3, right? तो आज का आपका होमवर्क रहेगा 8M 5.3 में इन क्लास एक्सरसाइज एंड होमवर्क, राइट। क्यों मैं इतना होमवर्क दे रहा हूँ समझो, इन क्लास एक्सरसाइज, होमवर्क एंड एमसीक्यू तीनों दे रहा हूँ, राइट। 8M 5.3 इन क्लास एक्सरसाइज, होमवर्क एंड एमसीक्यू, ये सारा आपको ट्राई करना है। ओके हाँ क्योंकि आपके पास टाइम है, राइट, आपके पास सैटरडे संडे है, सैटरडे संडे यू आर हैविंग हॉलीडे, और मोस्ट प्रोबेबली मंडे रक्षाबंधन का हॉलीडे होगा, तो ये भी आपको छुट्टी मिलेगा सैटरडे संडे मंडे, राइट। फिर हाँ आपको दिखाना है तो डायरेक्ट वेडनेसडे, राइट। हाँ आज आपके स्कूल के क्लास भी तो नहीं है, ओके तो आप आराम से कर सकते हैं। तो सो हैप्पी महालक्ष्मी पूजा फ्रॉम माय साइड एंड हैप्पी ईद फ्रॉम माय साइड, राइट। और काहुट आज 9 बज गए हैं, तो काहुट नेक्स्ट क्लास में करें, राइट। आज ऑलरेडी टाइम हो गया है, तो काहुट नेक्स्ट क्लास में करेंगे, चलेगा? ओके 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 हैव अ ग्रेट डे एवरीवन, सी यू इन नेक्स्ट क्लास, राइट। और हैप्पी रक्षाबंधन एज वेल फ्रॉम माय साइड। ओके मोस्ट प्रोबेबली अब वेडनेसडे को क्लास होगी। बाय एवरीवन, बाय। मतलब मैथ्स की वेडनेसडे होगी, ट्यूसडे वाला तो आपका होगा ही, ओके।